Heroes are everywhere. Law and order, medicine, science, politics, space, even in the galaxy, they are everywhere. And the common thing that is there with all the heroes of the day, technology. It's the technology that helped them to be the hero they are today. And the technology is made possible by programming, and the programming is made possible by programming languages. And there are heroes who created programming languages for us. Most of them, we hardly know anything. Why I'm talking about this today? Because now it seems there is an opportunity for us to know about them. Couple of days back, a video was released titled The Story of C++, and I am here to make a case that all the current as well as aspiring programmers must see this video at least once. I will give you a couple of compelling reasons for that. First, CERN in Switzerland is using C++ since early 90s. Most, if not all, the games are developed in C++. Databases, most of them are created in C++. Java, JVM, is written primarily in C and C++. Remember Java, which was supposed to kill C++ around 20 odd years back, 30 odd years back, I believe. The second reason, I will talk about it in a moment, but before going further, let me clarify one thing. I have observed that whenever I talk about C++, there are some people who get offended, and 99% of them are Rust lovers. So much so that there are people who came to my timeline in my blog posts and wrote that the existence of C++ itself is a bad thing. It's a bad language. Agreed that we can talk about good and bad aspect of a language, but who are you to say that it shouldn't have existed? Sorry for using these harsh words, but I, as someone who has worked and written production code in 7 programming languages, I have never felt so extreme about a language. And I have stopped discussing with those kind of people. Both languages are good, both have their own pros and cons. I can discuss in a civilized way with people who doesn't have extreme view on one particular language. Sorry guys, but if you are someone who is going to come to my timeline and says that, you know, C++ is bad and Rust is a utopian solution, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to even engage in a meaningful conversation with you because it's difficult to talk to people who have extreme view on something. Now, coming back to C++, the story of C++ video, let me first talk about some of the personalities that have appeared in this particular video. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce their name correctly. First one is Andrei. He has written a book also called Modern C++ Design, and if you talk to any C++ developer who is working for past 20 odd years, 10, 20 odd years, must have heard about him, must have read his books or blogs or seen his videos. Anders, the creator of C Sharp and TypeScript, and as per Wikipedia, he was also the chief architect of Delphi. Now, for many of you, these things might be totally new, but talk to a programmer who is, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s. They know what it means. Another gentleman is John, designer of Doom and Quake. Again, talk to some of the gamers, they must be knowing about these games. Another gentleman and my favorite, Alexander Stepanov. He is the person who was responsible for creating STL standard template library. And I believe that all the concept of generics that are there in all modern programming languages has some or other relation with him creating the standard template library, because that's where the first time a metaprogramming came into picture where data and algorithm can be separated, which means an algorithm can work on all types of data. This was huge at that point of time, and the generics does the same thing as of today. Another gentleman is Brian Cunningham. Talk to any C programmers. This book people must have read, The C Programming Language by Dennis Ritchie and him. It was one of the Bible of C programming language. Last but not the least, the person who was responsible for creating C++, Bjarne Stroustrup. All these and many more personalities have appeared in this particular video. I have shown a few who are my favorite. Now let me give you the second compelling reason of why I am saying that you should watch this video. You know, these people lived in a golden era where individuals' creativity, knowledge, intelligence, intuitiveness was rewarded. They got years to develop something because people believed in their creativity, their intelligence. And after years of hard work, they managed to create a few things which is kind of backbone of many things which we use today. And I am afraid that those golden era is never gonna come back again. We are so much focused on speed today, so much so that everybody wants to get things done in 4 hours, 8 hours, max a week. If I come to you and say that I need to develop something, give me 2, 3 years to build it, you will laugh at me. Who is gonna fund that? So those golden era is not gonna come again. Second reason, it's kind of coincidence that these kind of brains came together and worked on something which was boring. You know, creating compilers, writing specification, each and every line was absolutely boring. And all boring things need higher intelligence. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen today or maybe in the future also. Not saying that our intelligence has gone down. We are being made used to instant gratification. Unfortunately, with AI today, we are treating our codes as burgers from McDonald's or KFC. We know it's not good for our health. We know it is going to trouble us in long run, but we are okay because it can fill our stomach and gives us instant gratification. We live in a world of instant gratification, and it's highly unlikely that somebody in the future is going to work for years to build something amazing which will change all our lives. And one thing you might have noticed with all those people, like they have well past their prime, they are very old. I will recommend all of you to listen to their experiences because this is a gold mine. It's highly unlikely that we are going to see these kind of experiences today as well as in the future because the speed matters as of today. We are just focusing on speed, and speed doesn't allow you to do some boring things. Each and every amazing discovery in this world came out of some or other boring experiments which someone decided to do even when others were not convinced. So, reiterating again to all the current and future programmers, also to the non programmers, CEOs, CXOs, you need to see this. Product managers, please do see this video. Okay? It's not, it doesn't matter whether you like C++ as a language or not. The intention is totally different. The intention is to see the wisdom of people who created a programming language, and I'm sure the people who created other programming languages share the same wisdom. And we will definitely gonna learn a few things from this particular video. Let me know if you are seeing this video because I told you to do so. With this, thank you all. Thanks for watching. We will meet again. Until the next time we meet, good day, goodbye. You take care.